Hello and thank you for joining me for another video. So today I want to talk about accountability and excuses because I realised over the last few weeks that I've been slowly letting external things and the habits of the way I think get in the way of me moving forward. And last night I was thinking how I haven't done what I said I was going to do for 2 or 3 weeks, and I was thinking, how do we get stuck into not doing something again? It kind of goes in waves. We have, for me especially, I'll have times where I'm really creative and really inspired, and then it drops right down until I don't do anything for a while, and then I go back up again. But when I'm up, that might last a day or a couple of days, but when I'm down, that can last weeks, sometimes months. And I know that we can't be, you can't be constant, but you can be more consistent and more persistent. And I think that that's down to accountability. And people say, oh, I don't feel like doing it, and oh, I'm gonna find the motivation for it. I think, I am a goal setter. I have goals. I have daily goals, monthly goals, lifetime goals, and I review them, often, actually every day, pretty much. After my gratitude practice, I do my goals as well, and I want big things. I want big, audacious, mind-blowing, crazy things. And the thing that keeps coming up for me in these times where I feel like it's just before I have that creative peak again. It's kind of, I got fed up of being down here, and now I'm like, right, it's time to go back up again. And I'm like, why do I not do it? And it's the realization of, I'm the only one that can do it. I'm the only one that can get me to where, sorry, it's bin day. I'm the only one that can get me to where I want to be. And nobody cares if you don't do it. No one cares. One day I will have a company and I'll have people relying on me for so many things, not only in the work that I do, but as employers and people in my team. And right now I don't have that, and I think it's very easy to say, well, I'm the only one that it matters for. I'm the only one that is doing these videos, I'm the only one that posts on social media. I think it's about how you're looking at it, and I'm constantly trying to be like, it doesn't matter how many people look at my videos, it doesn't matter how many people won't realise the goals that I'm trying to do, and they won't realise until they're achieved. It matters that what I'm building in between now and when I achieve a goal is I'm setting habits, and I'm being accountable, and I'm learning, and I'm growing, and that has to happen in that in between time. And if we keep stopping and saying, I don't feel like it, I don't have the time, oh yeah, I'll get around to doing it, and you keep putting it back and you put it back, no one cares if you do that. No one cares. But deep down, you know what you should be doing. You know that you could be doing more. I think 9 times out of 10, you know that you could be doing more. And you might even say that you're like, oh yeah, I'm just having a break because I'm just not really feeling it, and I just need to feel like I need to recenter and feel more myself, or after this busy week is over, then I'm gonna get around to doing it again when it's kind of the right time to do it. And that's not helping. That's not getting us to where we need to be. And I'm constantly having to remind myself of this, constantly. And there definitely are times where you have to take a break, and you have to maybe sit with your feelings, and it might be a hard season, you might be going through some things, or you might just generally be feeling pants. And that's sort of where I am at the moment. But there's only, I think, you know, if you are happy with everything that you're doing and you're just puddling along and you're happy with that, and that's fine, that's what you want to do. You know, this is more for people that have big goals and things that they want to do, and they keep stopping and starting and stopping and starting, and sometimes it's like a lawnmower. You have to keep pulling the string and pulling the string until you get to, you know, until you get going, really. And it's hard, it is really hard. Yeah, so as I was saying, it's, you know, there definitely are times where you have to just sit and just be and acknowledge how you're feeling, and just give yourself some grace that it's not working. And you know, there's absolutely times for that. But you, again, with knowing, you know, you're the one that knows if you can do more. You're also the one that knows if you're sitting and giving space for yourself, or whether you're putting off doing work. And that's kind of where I came to yesterday, when I thought, I am putting it off, and I have been for a while, and I'm only just realising this now, that I've fallen into the trap of, you know, I moved back to London nearly 2 weeks ago now, and everything was, you know, up in the air with me moving and everything, but I kind of milked that and made that more of a bigger issue than it was. You know, I moved in very easily. I didn't have a job when I first came back. I didn't have anywhere to go or anything to do, and I still allowed myself to not do anything, and I told myself that was okay, and it's not. You know, it's not okay. I am so my friend saying, you know, you're always so hard on yourself, like, give yourself a break. But I fundamentally believe that you can't continue to keep giving yourself a break and then still expecting to achieve highly. It doesn't work. And I think that's a skill. You have to learn the difference between burnout and needing a break, or this is not the time for me to be doing this, and I need to work on my mental health, I need to concentrate on my work, I need to concentrate on my babies, whatever it might be that you have going on. And then going, you are not doing enough, it's time to do some work again. And it is a line I'm still learning where that is. But this is, you know, just a reminder that you've got to be accountable, you've got to show up, you've got to do it. If you want more than what you have now, if you want to be a better version of yourself, you have to show up more than what you are doing now. And it's hard. Nobody said it was easy. And I could sit and cry about that. I did cry the other day, actually, and I was just like, I'm feeling really down. I always blame the weather and the moon in retrograde. But, you know, it's me, and you don't wait to feel like it. You don't find the motivation. You have to make it. You have to push yourself to do it. I've got very good, which I'm still also learning on how to do, is, you know, when you go to do something and instantly your thoughts are like, oh, I don't want to do it, like, oh, let's just wait a minute. Like, if you're in bed and your alarm goes off, you're like, oh, 5 more minutes. And I've got very good at stopping myself from doing that. And before, it's kind of like I've thought about it before, and I've just said, when this comes up, we're not even going to think about not doing it, we're just going to do it. And I, you know, still have to keep pushing and implementing that, because that's something that's a mental toughness that's very hard to learn and to, you know, consistently push for in your life. But yeah, so today I'm working at home. I'm going to do some writing and some creative things, and I have a to-do list which I've been saying I'm going to tick off for about a week, and I haven't. And, you know, no one's waiting for me to do this stuff. No one's asking where my work is. I don't have deadlines. But I do have my goals and my dreams, and looking at them every day. And I'm always like, Katherine, you have to do better than this. You have to show up better. You have to do more than you're doing. And I guess in a way I've kind of taken giving myself some grace and not burning out, also with pushing myself and putting the two together and saying, right, you've moved and we've acknowledged that you've been feeling like this. Make it sound like I'm talking to someone else. But I do have a conversation with myself, you know, I'm like, we've sat and we've done this, and in the past, you know, 10 days I've moved house, I've got a job, and, you know, that's a lot to happen in 2 days and 10 days, but it's happened. But things are kind of, you know, going a little bit more balanced now, and it's time to show up better. You've got to show up better than this, because otherwise you're not going to have what you want. And that's, to me, the scariest thing is having regret. Like I think it was Gary Vee that first said it when I heard it, about having regret, and the scariest thing is to looking into an elderly person's eyes and seeing the regret, that it's too late to do the things that you want to do. And you know, if you, like I said, if you don't really want to change anything and you're happy with what you're doing, that's great. If that works for you, that's great. But you know, if it's not working for you, you know, you can say, oh, if that's working for you, that's great, you carry on. And you know, if someone said that to me, I'd be like, I know it's not working for me, this is not getting me closer to where I want to be. And it is a fine line. It's a fine line learning between, am I pushing myself too much? And I think a lot of that as well is, you know, external factors. You know, it's work, and it's a new routine that I'm trying to navigate, and it's people, my friends, saying you push yourself too much, you don't need to work that much. People saying, why don't you just get a full-time job and not do what you're doing. But I know in my heart what I should be doing. You know, I've worked really hard to get where I am now, really hard, and I'm so proud of myself for getting me here. And I will be damned if I have been through everything I've been through and pushed myself to do all the things that I've done to just stop. And part of me does. I think that's in all of us. Part of me just goes, yeah, let's get a job, let's get married, let's have babies, and do nothing else, just have babies. There's definitely a part of me that's like, yeah, I make a really good housewife, and I can have a 9 to 5, and I can, not even a 9 to 5, just a part-time job, babies, or I could be a housewife, maybe I could do pottery or painting and just not do anything else. But that's not me. That's the lazy, scared part of me that's like, nah, let's not do it, no. And it's still there, it's always been there. It's got quieter and quieter as I got older, but it's still there. She will not win. I know better. So, reminder, be accountable, show up. You want big things, you can do them. We can do them. We were made to do hard things. If you want those big dreams that you've been dreaming of, hate to tell you, but you are the only one that's going to do them. The only one that cares, the only one that can get you to them. I would say, if you're not writing your goals down already, start writing your goals down. I do a gratitude practice every day, so I write down 5 things that I'm grateful for in the last 24 hours, and they are things like the smell of the bakery in the morning, my morning coffee, the little girl that I now look after, you know, a few hours a week. I'm grateful for the time that I get with her and that opportunity. Could be grateful for the way my outfits turned out, or the smell of my perfume, or that my plant is still alive after 10 days because I really thought I'd kill it. But it seems to be doing alright. And I do that, and then I write down my goals, my life goals, my big, crazy, audacious things that I want, and write them as if they've already happened. So, for example, I would like to own a house abroad one day, so I put, I own a house abroad. I want to have shares in a startup. I have shares in a startup. You say it as if it's already happened, because then your mind is already working on that goal, as in like, this is what we're working towards. It's not like, oh, I want to lose some weight. It's like, great, you lost 2 pounds last week, goal done. But that's not detailed enough, that's not convincing enough for your brain to want to work towards it. And then after I do that, I write which one I want to do first. So at the moment, I want to be debt free, because I have some debt that I want to get rid of and working towards that. And it's, you know, if you are in debt as well, you know that it's quite a burden, and that's one that I want to tick off. So that's what I'm working towards first. So you can kind of go, this is the biggest picture, but this is the step I'm going to take first, and we're going to work towards this first. And then underneath that, I put 2 words or an affirmation for how I'm feeling that day. So they can be, you know, significant and exceptional, or outstanding and leader, whatever they might be. And then underneath that, I put the monthly goals, which are the same every day. The only thing that changes every day is the gratitude. And obviously after a month, I review the last month's goals that I've said and be like, how many did I get right? How many did I do? And then why didn't I do the ones I didn't do? And that is a way of me recentering every day and saying, this is what we're working towards every single day. And even if on some days, like yesterday, I didn't do one thing on there that helped me move towards my goals, nothing. I went to work in the morning, and then when I came home, I watched TV all afternoon. But today is a completely new day, you know, but the point is that I still write the goals. I'm still in my head going, this is what we're working towards, this is what we want, we're not giving up. We're going to keep pushing to showing up to being better. Because it's very easy to just say, oh, I didn't do anything yesterday, and it's Friday tomorrow, gonna have drinks tonight, and it's the weekend. Or if you have been on a diet and then you eat something you shouldn't, and you're like, I've already eaten something I shouldn't, so I'm just gonna keep going. But that still counts. It still counts. You know, you could eat chocolate and then go, oh, I probably shouldn't have eaten that much chocolate, but it's fine because for dinner I'm now having this, and I'm gonna keep back to the schedule. Instead of going, great, well, it's Friday and I've just eaten a tub of ice cream, so I'm just going to keep going. Because you're going to feel more crap about that than you are about bouncing back to what you should have been doing. And that's relatable with everything that you do. You know, I didn't have such a good day yesterday, but I'm like, it's fine. It happened. Today is a new day. I'm just starting over, and just keep pushing, keep pushing. If we still get held up by all the things that we've done wrong, we're never going to move forward. So, show up. You know that you can do better, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. So thanks for listening. Just another little video for me. I feel like this video was a bit better with my free talking. I think I say and like a lot, and I'm still learning about that. I think I need to have more. Maybe I should start writing points down. If you have any comments on my talking and how I talk and the things that I say, whether it's easy for me to talk to, you're like, okay, come on, like, get to the point, because sometimes I feel I do kind of rant a little bit, but I think I need to sort of write points down before I start talking. But sometimes I just kind of have a bee in my bonnet and I'm like, I need to just talk about this, but we're learning. Anyway, thank you for watching, and see you soon.